Hello, Internet. Hello, Sam, and welcome back to another episode of After Campfire. I think I'm gonna post this one now-ish, like after I finish, recording it, even though Sam's video was late, even though he did record it on time. Whatever, it's fine. I'm just glad it happened. So yeah, Sam, your last an episode just made me so happy. You guys all at camp together, and Mike, Mr. Bynek, he showed up himself. That was fun. Though your guys' answers to all the questions were very amusing. So for one, Sam, your question to me last week was who's someone I'd be starstruck by, and I like how Mike said Will Smith, and I'm like, I've met him, right? His oldest son went to my middle school and elementary school, and I went to his birthday, so I've met Will Smith before. So take that, Mr. Brunak. But as to my two questions, which were about what are your favorite and least favorite finales, I do want to comment on the ones that you guys mentioned. I really hope Mike was joking about Game of Thrones, because the whole reason why I asked that question, well, part of it was because of how hilariously bad the finale of Game of Thrones was. So if he thought it was good, all right, I am amazed someone like that exists, but I think he was just joking around. Some of you guys mentioned Avatar. Avatar is a really good show, but the finale, I honestly think, is kind of one of its weaker points. So the finale is, like Dan was saying, is split, a whole hour and a half long special, 4 episodes, in Sozin's Comment parts 1, 2, 3 to 4 or whatever. And it was split up where Sokka and Toph were on their own little adventure, Katara and Zuko were on their whole little adventure, there was some random stuff with Boomy and the old Red Lotus people, and then there was Aang. Everyone else's story was fantastic. And Aang going through the whole journey of, I don't know what to do, everyone expects me to kill Ozai and I don't want to kill anyone. That premise right there, fantastic. However, it got cheated through with the lion turtles, which were poke, now you could take someone's bending away. And that has always been, to me, one of the worst aspects of Avatar. It's just random Deus Ex Machina ending, yay! It was very disappointing. And yeah, I think the concept of spirit bending is cool. But introducing it half an hour before the end of the series was rough, and I don't think it was handled very well. That's one of my only issues with Avatar, other than season 1 is a little bit too kiddie and the animation wasn't as good yet. So yeah. Sam, you mentioned Steven Universe. I have just no idea what the ending is like. Brittany, you mentioned Pants Off Time. Not my kind of thing, but I can respect that. I'm personally a big fan of pants, so I'm fine with keeping them on. If anything, it's a shirt off moment, but that's only when I'm in the mood for that. Anyways, yes, that was her good endings. For bad endings, wasn't there one of them that I wanted to talk about? Sam, you mentioned Runaways. You're oh, it keeps having a bad ending. But it's not over. It's not a finale. It's a season finale. I'm talking about the end. So, that's a weird answer for you, bud. Also saying you'd be starstruck by The Incredibles. I'm pretty sure anyone would be starstruck by witnessing, actual animated characters come to life and talk to them. That'd be creepy. A little bit. Though I was also amused by you guys being insulted by my poor choice of question. For one, videos that you make at camp, Sam, are when you say you're gonna make a video at camp, they don't always happen. So I wasn't all that concerned about giving you a good one. Plus, you missed my last question, so it's all right, answer it, and I'm gonna make sure you answer it by making the new question related to it. So. That's why I did that. Your question to me, oh, Henry's diary of how to keep on being an adult person and stuff. Between my last episode and this episode, I was in a little bit of a blank time at work where I had nothing to do, and it was real boring. But I had stuff to deal with family crap, so it was kind of convenient because I could like go take care of stuff in the middle of the day and maybe get yelled at by a superior at work. But it's fine. It was by email. I don't even know this guy. Yeah. Anyways, boring, but I'm gonna have more stuff to do next week. Yay! But yeah, so Sam, your question to me is, what is one job I really... Oh, I should answer my own question. I already kind of did. Game of Thrones, absolutely horrible. Fairy Tail, Bleach, two of the worst anime or manga endings I've ever seen. Blah. So, yeah. So, what is a job I would never want? It's so weird, especially because I figured you were talking about camp, and then Mike asked you, and then you're like, no, all jobs. Uh, so I'm like, I don't know how to answer this question properly. So like, I think I've said this on After Campfire before, but like part of my like desire in life is to actually destroy most jobs in a positive way. Like I feel like the person that works at the counter of McDonald's, that is not a job that needs to exist. You could literally just touch screen things for what you want to order. Or if you really like talking to a person, we're getting pretty damn close to the point where you can talk to a person projected in a screen and you won't know if they're real or not. And soon they won't be. And it's like, there's just so many jobs out there that I think just don't need to exist at all. So I don't want to have any of those because I find them to be fundamentally super boring. This is just such a weird question to have because I'm really picky about the things I do. Like my current like engineering job, like I frequently am extremely bored by because that's just the nature of work. Work isn't like being in school where you're constantly learning about new problems and stuff, and except in rare cases. Ordinarily you're just doing the same stuff over and over and over again, even if it's working with giant robots. It's like the same thing over and over and over again. It's pretty boring. So, like, one job that I really loved was working at camp. Because, for one, I'm just dealing with people all the time, and what's something that makes doing repetitive stuff over and over again a lot of fun? Or more fun? Doing them with people that you like. Just hanging out with your friends. And if they like what they're doing too, you're just all having a good time together, man. Working at the Lohican Circus in its prime was amazing. Or just circus jobs in general, because I've done worked at other trapezes, not just camp. I worked in Oakland and TSNY and even in Australia for a week, which was super fun and ridiculous. So I would not like to have most jobs. I'm pretty sure if I want to just go a little bit more precise, like the service industry in general, I'm pretty sure I would hate that even more because I'd have to deal with other people's bullshit, and I don't want to deal with other people's bullshit. Um, if I were to make it camp specific, oh, I feel like I had a good answer for this before. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. It's kind of weird because it's like, there are jobs that I wouldn't like, but I wouldn't have them because I'm not qualified, for example. Like, barn. If I loved horses and I loved taking care of horses, I'm sure I'd like it, but I wouldn't, but I don't care that much, so I wouldn't like it, but I'm also not qualified to even try. So I don't think that's a good answer. So, like, I couldn't like it, work at the lake or the pool either, unless I was one of the, like, the spotters, which, sounds horrible. But yeah, I'm not a lifeguard, so I'm not qualified for that either. The only activities that would really make sense for me to work at would be like circus, rock climbing, quads, wood shop, and any of the jobs that don't require much skill, or like a specific niche skill, or you can learn really quickly. I feel like, Sam, you like to work mountain boarding every now and then. I feel like I would absolutely hate that because that's basically sitting at the top of a hill, watching kids walk up a hill for the most part. Like, sure, it'll be more fun if fun kids that you know come often, but like when they're not, then you're just literally sitting there being bored, and I get like super bored really easily, super fast, and I don't like it. And there's also the whole downside of you still need to be vigilant, because when someone gets hurt mountain boarding, they get really badly hurt. So yeah, those are my answers. Parse that as you will. So since you guys gave me crap about not asking a good, awesome camp themed question, this is what I probably should have asked, but since all the shenanigans that I mentioned before with me wanting to make sure Sam actually answered my previous question, and also me not even being sure if he was going to make a video at all, I didn't put much effort into my question. So here is my new question for you, Sam, and anyone else who might pop in. Now that you are a senior staff member at Lohican, you are ascended. You no longer live in a cabin with the children. What is the thing you miss the most and miss the least about being like a counselor and being in the cabin? I look forward to hearing your answer soon. Fairly well. Bye-bye.